Let me just post the link in the Discord. Just posting links before I get really started. And everyone's still in party, so I'm going to leave that. And all right, we're going to load up Game 6. Now, it's always a little interesting trying to cast yourself, but I will do my level best. Please do not hate me, but it's okay, because we have a Game 6 ready to go from replay this time. And here we go. Loading into Zen. ZV random. Yestridis on a 2-kill streak. Beowulf, the ace of JaMiT, looking to bring it back. And spawning in the bottom left, in the yellow, we have Beowulf. And I'm going to speed through this really fast. And then in the upper right, in the blue, we have Yestridis on a 2-kill streak. But that doesn't matter, because Beowulf is taking a gas. Now in ZVZ, getting a gas this early means only one thing. It means that he is pulling some bullshit. So this is 14 gas, 13 pool, right? And there are very few builds that get your gas at 14 while still looking to go all in. The only one that I'm aware of, and I don't know, maybe I'm cheating a little here because this is me, but is the Scarlet build. And there we have him taking the hatch at 12. Now, this is scoutable, right? As much as it's nice you have that hatch down, it makes it look like it's not all in. This is a scoutable build. The creep is a little bit slower, although it's even harder on this map, to be totally honest, because of how fast the air rush distance is. And oh no, my bitrate went to hell. Come back. Come back, please. Bitrate. I love you. Okay, well, looks like we're good. It is scoutable because of when the overlords come, and you can see there's only one overlord, not two. But those are small tells, and that doesn't mean a lot. That just, the overlord patterns can be different. There we go. 12 drones. Overlord. And speed. Now this hits about 3 minutes. So the Zerglings want to be running across the map right as speed ends. So Queen going down to ensure, because believe it or not, even off of 12 drones, you do need a Queen to keep up with Larva. Now we have Yestridis, not to focus on Beowulf too much. We have Yestridis building his natural. He went what every Zerg does in almost every scenario. He went hatch gas pool, right? He said 16, 18, 17. This is the gold standard. And I believe he rallied drones into his gas, from the gas count as well. He didn't just did drag and put in, which means his speed is even slower. Now Beowulf sees this. He says, ah yes, I see this creep. I see this base is up. I'm happy. 6-lings on the way, more to come. And he sees the drone. He says, ah yes, you're taking a third. That is the actual perfect scenario for this build. If you're going to be that greedy and just not take a third, and take a third. And there we go. Banelings across the map. Queen body blocking here. Because that's a mistake. And Yestridis did see this. Right? He cancels his third. He says, oh no, I'm going to put down a Baneliness. I'm going to try to wall off. Good luck. Beowulf surrounds the Queen. Now really the only way you stop this is if you wall off here with your Queens, but it's too late for that at this point. Zerglings in the main. Zerglings will always beat regular lings. And there we go, GG. Game 7. It's all tied. That's exciting. We're going to update that. Beowulf on a 1-kill. And it is all tied up. 3-3 in a fast game. A 3-minute game, one might even say. And that is, in fact, what they would say, because it was 3 minutes. Now we have Game 7. Game 7 is going to be a TVZ, Scuba Steve, who appears to be Legion's VTL captain, versus Beowulf on a 1 kill, not a 2 kill. But doesn't matter. I'll fix that later because we are loading in. And in the upper right, mid right, in the yellow, looking to take it all home, we have Beowulf. And then in the upper left, in the red, Legion's ace, looking to send them home with a victory, we have Scuba Steve. So, setting those. It is the ace match. And this is Purity and Industry, which is by far my my least favorite map in the pool. But so it goes. The things we do for the people we love. Or the things we do because we want to win games. Right now we have your pretty stock standard Reaper expand. Gas. Factory. On the flip side, Zerg, 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. Along with Beauty and the Beast, it is the tale as old as time. At least for the last year or so. You used to take a... I don't want that. Go away. You used to take a 15 hatch once upon a time. That was in Heart of the Swarm. So now we have an SCV scout going in. He says, ah, yes. I see there's a natural. I see creep. Zerg is saying, great, you're not 2-rexing. you didn't go and proxy bases, proxy barracks in some place that I didn't see. But he's going to go down. He's going to do that annoying thing that all Terrans do, and he's going to block the third base. Now Zerg wants to get their third down at like 28, 30 supply. That doesn't really happen with that SCV there, which is pretty annoying. We have the Reaper going across the map now. It's always a question of, does anything happen? Just gonna see that SCV. So, okay, fine. I'm not gonna be able to get that anytime soon. 2 queens on the way. We have the expo down in the low ground. We have a factory. We have a second gas, and I believe that is atypical for the Terran. So that is where we start to see some divergence from the normal build. Although I'm not too current on Terran gas timings. Now the Reaper goes over to the third base, says, "Ah, yes, free drone." Mistake by Beowulf, but things happen. It's only Diamond. Loses a drone. Attempts to go. Is gonna go attempt to cancel this creep tumor, and he should be able to, all things being equal. But takes a little bit too much damage there. Has to back off. So that first creep tumor is one of the most important things in a TVZ. To be totally honest. Because especially on a map like this with how big this distance is between the natural and the third, you really want to connect that as soon as possible to defend things like Hellion run-bys, whatever. Reaper's going to go back, not in. He's going to go run back up, see more creep is being laid, run by, confirm that there is in fact a third. Meanwhile, Terran is building a tech lab on his barracks, building starport, 2 Hellions out of the time. There's not much for me to talk about here. It's TVZ. Woo! But more importantly, he is banking a little bit of gas and should start stim pretty daggone soon. We have a Liberator coming out, which is not standard. And that is looking to take advantage of the incredibly short rush distance, even though there's all this bubula here. Hellion, Reaper, 2 Hellions are going to run in, kill the 4-lings, trying to kill those rocks. And we have Stim on the way, a couple more Hellions. Wall off being worked on. He's going to go rally these Hellions to where the wall is to make sure that no sort of Zergling shenanigans are able to sneak by and kill him before the game even starts. And we have Hellions running around to the 4th base. They run into Queens. They say, I don't want to... Not really interested in that right now. Lair on the way. Decently fast Lair. Zerg is kind of behind on where they want to be drone-wise. But, fast Lair is fast. And we are going to have the Liberator just go in and siege up the main base. Going to siege right on top of the base, so there's no way you can mine. Gets a queen due to miscontrol from Zerg. And the main cannot mine. If we look at the income differential, it is starkly in favor of the Terran. 1 base versus 2. Lair is done, but that doesn't matter all that much. We have the Spore Crawler taking all that out. Hellions running in, getting 5 drones. So how many have died this game? 8 total drones have died this game. Zerg is down by 3 workers. Does have some larva. Actually, no larva, but does have some bank. He's able to build that back up. And Terran just about has his 3rd done. 1-1 on the way. 2nd barracks getting ready for just your bio push. Although the focus on Widow Mines is non-standard. Generally, a Terran's going to go tanks into Widow Mines. Creep is getting spread. Not great, but getting spread. And we have the Zerg attempting to actually build a decent economy because he does not have one right now. Zerg does not see this drop because he sacrificed an Overlord into the main to see what was what. 2 Hellions running into the 4th base. And this drop is going totally unscouted into the main.
The enemy is crushing you with drones.
He's going to unload 8 Marines, 2 Widow Mines. Going to get 2 more drones with the Hellion run by. That's significant. And he's just going to target down this spawning pool, which is bad news bears for the Zerg player. Not being able to build army is, again, that is not optimal. Queen's going to tank Queen's going to tank 1 Widow Mine shot. Other Widow Mine shot is going to go damage all those Marines, forcing him to pick back up. And Spore Crawler is going to go out to the edge of that creep there. So aggression halted for the moment. Terran is taking his 3rd base before the Zerg has even thought about a 4th. Okay, no, 4th right now, and that is not great. He's even in workers. Apparently there is no army supplies, so Game Heart appears to have broken for me. Wonderful. But suffice to say, he's up a lot. Up in army, most likely. Yeah, up in army supply, up in workers. It's not a fun time for the Zerg here. Zerg's going to run a couple small run by around, try to see what is what. Definitely not going to get the natural. Although that is a gap in the wall, and without consistent rally, that is going to be a problem actually. Morphing a couple banelings, thinking that maybe that the base is here. I mean, there is a base, yes, but not the right one. And Terran is going to get his push on. Up double the army supply of the Zerg. Bunch of Widow Mines. How many Widow Mines is that? 5 Widow Mines. He's just going ham on the Widow Mines. But no Drilling Claws, and no Drilling Claws on the way. He just doesn't need it. Just, you know what? I'm going to clear creep. And if the Zerg engages on me, I'm going to blow them all up. Which is fine. That's valid. Pushes creep back. But, you know, the Queens should theoretically be able to reestablish the creep. They move off creep because pathing is annoying. And the Terran is getting ready to push in the 4th base, up 30 army supply. Zerg is able to successfully cancel that 4th base on the field. The Queens are fighting. Queens are dying. Widow Mines are tanking Widow Mine shots, which is kind of nice for the Zerg. The Zerg is able to successfully drag Widow Mine shots onto the Terran army, which softens them up significantly. And the game's a little even. Not great. But armor supply is stabilizing. Worker count is stabilizing. Upgrades are even. No Lair on the way yet. Or even, but the Terran forgets all of his medevacs in the middle of the map. 8 Marines, medevac go down. And suddenly supplies are looking kind of even. No 4th base for the Terran yet. He's setting up Widow Mines all over the place in front of his 3rd. And really, he's over-droned due to muling, so he's not mining all that efficiently. And Zerg, for the first time in this game, really for the most part, is mining ahead of the Terran. Quite significantly, too. But he does lose a bunch of Overlords, which is not the greatest of deals. Breaking down some rocks here. make engages a little more palatable, a little more possible. Running a bunch of Widow Mines in to clear out the 4th base, except not really. And this Widow Medevac actually looks like it's going to go and get its drop on. Choosing to take... Terran looks like he's choosing to take the 4th base on location on the low ground. Very aggressive 4th. That's interesting. But I guess he's afraid of that Zergling there. It looks like he's actually trying to double expand. As the hero Zergling, the Zergling that could, with two kills to his name. Now that Zerg is going to run in, he's going to say, okay, I see this, I'm going to kill the SCV or not. Going to back off. This is not the best engagement for the Zerg to take. It is off creep. He is down army supply, although just barely. And there are Widow Mines, so that's kind of a hard engage to take. Gonna break down some rocks, prevent the push from happening there, and Widow Mine drops in the main are able to kill 7 more workers, bring the workers lost to 17 and the income back to normal. Although the Spore is able to take that out, take all the Widow Mines out with it. And here we go. Zerg is banking a lot. 13 larva too, so no excuses there. As the Terran looks to set some sort of drop up, I guess that is a lot of 2 full medevacs and a bunch of empty ones. As Scuba is moving across the map, Zerg has a surround set up though on the edge of their creep. Widow Mine triggering on the army for the most part, full surround, and this is Zerg's time to pounce on this army. Stim does let them run away as it's off creep, but that's a lot of Zerglings and that's a lot of Marauders. That's not a great engagement. The rest of the Terran's army is unloading on the high ground as medevacs die, and the 4th is going to get at the very least, forced to live. Let's zoom out here. So, Widow Mines piling in, taking out that one army, taking out most of the army on the high ground too. Terran has a flank set up, but the inconsequential 8 Marines does not matter through the full might of the Lingbane Hydra Zerg army. Zerglings running in, killing no SCVs. Hydra's surrounded by a concave, but it doesn't really matter because there's a lot more Zerg army than there is Terran. SCVs are pulled and they are dying. Terran economy is being destroyed, and GG! Beowulf with the ace. The 2 kill. So I just was still in the future. And JaMiT taking week 2. Oh, that's a mistake. There we go. JaMiT taking week 2 of the Validity Team League. I have once again been Beowulf. I apologize for the way I have to cast these games, but I can't really cast and play at the same time. So it goes. Thank you to everyone who showed up for this kind of round 2 cast. I believe it's just Tetris, unless one of these Gelgoya, Powder Skier, or whatever, these kind of bot names are actually people. And if so, welcome. If not, it's just Tetris. And I appreciate you tuning in, buddy. Thanks for the fun time. We did it. We won. I'm undefeated. And with that, signing out. Having dinner. Wait. I'm gonna cancel screen. Stop.